me, what is the difference? Because you talked about how you used competitor products before you created Redeem and you started the Redeem products. What is the difference between Redeem and competitors' products? What makes you stand out?
Well, I mean, there are a few things. A lot of things that we do allow us, or we call ourselves pharmaceutical grade. So only the top tier of CBD companies really do a lot of this quality control type things that we do. We do third party testing, so we don't test it ourselves. Well, we do in process testing in house, but before we bottle the product, before we ship anything, we send it out for third party testing, which is a non biased lab that is qualified to do all the testing, and then we
Mhm.
post those actual results. Um, we're not able to manipulate those results in any
Mhm.
way. They come right from the lab's website.
Mhm.
So it gives the consumer the assurance that it's the testing's being done right, and you know what's in the product. So
Mhm.
that was our first initiative, was to put in place a pharmaceutical grade quality system.
Mhm.
So that's, to us, that's foundational. That's not anything we can compromise on. That's a bare
Mhm.
minimum that you, the consumer, should have to
Mhm.
buy a product that you're going to ingest and put in your body. You're going to give to your family. So the other thing that really puts us above, I'm not aware of any other competitors that do this. There may be, so somebody may come back and say, "Oh, well, wait a minute, I think these people do." But what we do is focused on consistency of the product. All
Okay.
hemp plants are different, therefore, between batches of distillate, there's a lot of variability. So what we do is, once we get our distillate purified, then we test it at that point, and we see what cannabinoids are in there.
Mhm.
We know CBD's in there, but we obviously have to know the potency of that before we can make product with it. But we're also worried about, how much CBG, CBC, other
Mhm.
cannabinoids, and the terpene mix, which is very important when you talk about this entourage effect. So
Okay.
then what we do is we have a standard level for all of these compounds that we maintain, and then we go back and we add um, terpenes and cannabinoids back in to
Mhm.
balance that distillate before we make product out of it.
Okay.
And not getting too far in the weeds, what that does is that every batch of our product will have the same profile and amount of terpenes and cannabinoids as the
Mhm.
previous one. That
Okay.
means it works for you. For the consumer, the bottom line is that if you try our product today and you like it and it works for you,
Mhm.
you buy another bottle a year from now, you're going to get
Mhm.
the same result, which
Okay.
which will not necessarily be the effect with most of our competitors, if not all.
Okay.
And and this can be verified by going and looking at the test results. Pull up a competitor's test results on two or three products, and then pull up ours, and you can see that the cannabinoids and the terpenes remain the same in ours, and they'll change, from
Mhm.
lot to lot. And that's, it may not seem important on the surface, but it really is important for how well the CBD will work due to this thing called the entourage effect.
Okay. And no, I think that's great. Thank you so much for explaining that.